Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right. Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Open happiness. Olive Garden. When you're here, your family. Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. And by Substation 2, Cherry Road, Rock Hill, across from Winthrop University. Slice, slice, slice. Garden, garden, garden. We'll take a look at today's game, bring you the starting lineups, and hear from Kingsmen Baseball head coach Joe Hudak on the Kingsmen Baseball pregame show. Now, here is the radio voice of Kingsmen Baseball, Stephen Stone.
All right, thank you, JT. Folks, fasten your seatbelts. We got game 2 of our doubleheader coming up with the visiting Catawba Valley Stars. What's more, we have a conversation with Coach Joe Hudak when we return on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
Oh, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
Join between games of our doubleheader tonight, the final Carolina appearance for 2025 of the Kingsmen. That breaks my heart to say that, but it is what it is. Joining us now, Coach Joe Hudak. Coach, tough game 1.
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't deserve to win, in any phase of the game. I mean, I think they scored 6 runs on 3 hits, and then another inning they scored 6 runs on 2 hits. And, you just don't deserve to win when you give up innings like that. Plus, offensively, we left a lot of guys on base, so we just played a bad ball game, and when you play a lot of games in baseball, those happen now and again, and hopefully we can put it behind us and play a little better this game.
Well, we have another game to get to, but before we talk about that, a couple of days from now, you're getting back on that Silver Bird with the squad, and you guys are headed south to the Dominican Republic.
Yes, sir. It's our annual mission trip. We're really excited about that. This will be the 18th team I've taken to the Dominican over the years, and it's just an amazing, life-changing trip. And so we're excited about doing it. We're going to be down there 11 days. We'll play 4 games against Dominican teams, but we'll do a lot of ministry. We're going to visit a couple of orphanages. We'll visit a school. I think we're going to visit 3 sugarcane villages and pass out food. We're going to try to work on our interpreter's house. We've been working on it for the last 3 years.
Any more house building?
Yeah. And then I think in the village of Los Montones, I think we are scheduled to be painting a pavilion into their building there for their Bible studies. And so it's just going to be a great trip. It's always an unbelievable trip. We've got a really great group of guys, this summer. It's been a real pleasure and honor to coach them.
And we'll come back with more of our conversation with Joe Hudak between innings. But right now, my friend Griffin Leonard, and the first pitch of this game, number 2.
First pitch is thrown by Nolan Alexander, and it is upstairs to Carson Vance as we begin game 2 of today's doubleheader. The Kingsmen, still in the gold jerseys, looking for a better game 2 than game 1. So that pitch just high and inside to the starter Vance. The Kingsmen, if you missed game 1, dropped it 14-4 against the Catawba Valley Stars, who they'd beaten 4 times so far this season. Swing and a miss from Alexander make it 2-1. They beat them the first 4 meetings, but are now on a 2-game losing streak. And this last one was convincing. So Nolan Alexander's on the mound trying to make things a little bit better this time around for the Kingsmen. He throws a 2-1 pitch inside off the plate to make the count 3-1. Defense for the Kingsmen today: Dyer, Yarborough, Haverluck, and Anders, with Christian Burney doing the catching. And then Santo Stefano, as that pitch runs in and hits Carson Vance. Deja vu from game 1, the opening batter of the game plunked by the Kingsmen starter.
Well, what can you say, right?
Second baseman, number 6.
All I'll say is, yeah, it happens. All I'll say is I hope that we don't have deja vu in terms of the runs in inning number 1. The Stars put up 6 in both innings 1 and inning 4 against the Kingsmen on the way to that win. Rounding out the outfield after Santos Stefano in left, it's Josh Jackson once again in center, and then Cole Canty is in right. Creaky in the box, Vance on the move, first pitch, curveball in there, throw down from Bernie, tagged by Yarborough, is not in time. The pitch was in there for a strike, but the stolen base is there for Vance, and the Stars move a man up into scoring position with nobody away. Bernard Creaky was the man hit by a pitch to start off game 1. He moves into the 2 slot for game 2. Pitch comes in, another curveball, and Alexander gets a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. It's Creaky and then Ethan Payne, Sam York, and Keelan Sloan, the first 5 hitters after Carson Vance in the Catawba Valley order. No balls and 2 strikes. Alexander has Creaky in a hole. Here's the pitch, and it whizzes outside for ball 1. We'll hear more from Coach Hudak here in a little bit, but of course some frustration amongst the whole roster, not just the coaches, about that last game, but hoping for a better result here in game 2. 1-2 pitch comes from Nolan, and it's skipped in the dirt beyond Bernie, who tried to backhand it, and moving up to third is Carson Vance to put the game's opening run 90 feet away. That pitch was destined for the dirt. As soon as it came out of the hand of Nolan Alexander, Bernie tried to scoop it. He started to move his body that way, but the pitch was so far outside he couldn't block the ball and came up empty on the backhand scoop attempt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on third with nobody out. And Alexander's pitch is a line drive to the first baseman, caught by Anders. It was kind of flared. It wasn't hit super hard. But a line out brings about the first out of this inning, and the runner stays at third base. That's an important first out.
It certainly is.
The catcher, number 11, Ethan Payne.
Here is Ethan Payne doing the catching here in game 2. Did not feature in game 1 of today's doubleheader. The Kingsmen started to bring the infield in. Now they do so except for the shortstop Yarborough, who remains back. This is an odd configuration. 3 of the 4 on the grass, and then the shortstop just kind of hanging out. First pitch in the dirt. Bernie keeps it mostly in front to keep the runner from scoring. 1-0. So after the line out, it is Ethan Payne with the man on third base and Carson Vance. Vance was hit by a pitch, then stole second and advanced to third on a wild pitch. 1-0 from Alexander. It's low, not quite in the dirt this time, but missed the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes. So once again, the infield right now, Dyer, Haverluck, and Anders, the third, second, and first baseman, all on the grass. And then the shortstop, Brady Yarborough, hanging out in his usual position. 2-0. Curveball, tapped to Yarborough at short. That'll allow the run to come in. Yarborough spills it, throws on to first. Had enough time to make the play, but that interesting defensive alignment arguably cost the Kingsmen a run. If Yarborough's on the grass there, then the runner either has to hold or he's a dead duck at home plate.
That's true.
Third baseman, number 1, Sam York.
So instead, the run comes in to score off the ground out by Payne. Vance crosses the plate, and it's 1-0 with Sam York, the batter, with 2 gone. I don't think I've ever seen that defensive alignment as Alexander throws a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Have you seen that where almost everyone's in, but then the shortstop plays back?
No, usually everybody's in or everybody's out.
Or maybe you'll bring the corners if there's a chance for a double play, but a strike to make it 0-2. Perhaps the thinking is, well, you got the 3-hole hitter. Maybe you're anticipating a harder hit ball to the third base side, so you give your shortstop some more room. But as we see there, it arguably cost the Kingsmen the run as the 0-2 pitch is waved at and the strikeout is there to retire the side. A run comes in off of no hits, and the Stars lead the Kingsmen, but only one this time around in the first inning here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
All right, we'll continue with our interview with Joe Hudak.
And to them, and it's great to see them grow. And so we're excited about seeing them grow even more when we get to the Dominican.
All right, now we'll be following all of those exploits, of course, at kingsmanbaseball.org.
That's correct.
The player blogs, all the rest of it, your blogs. Even Griffin's going to be doing some stuff, I understand.
Yep.
Let's talk about Game 2 coming up in a few moments.
Before we talk about that, I do want to mention, you mentioned player blogs. That's something I think our fans would really enjoy. So we have all of our players. All of them will do a blog on some day. Some of them will have 2 per day. We post those on our website, and it just talks about the impact that the Dominican trip has on them, the things that have impressed them down there. So I think our fans would really enjoy reading those. So that's going to be something really special. So, yeah, Game 2, Nolan Alexander's on the hill for us. He's pitched really well for us this summer. We're probably going to throw 3 or 4 guys. You know, we play Friday, Saturday, and Monday down in the Dominican, and then we don't play again till the following Thursday. So, you know, we need to have guys ready for the weekend. So, you know, probably 2, maybe 3 innings out of him, depending upon his pitch count, and see how things go.
Well, Coach, as always, it's been a privilege and a pleasure for me to be with you again this year. I can only hope to a longer schedule next year, maybe, if you could kind of work that out.
Well, I don't know. It depends on whether we travel or not. You know, every year we try to make 2 trips. You know, if we make 2 trips, we don't have a lot of time to play here. And so we'll just see how it goes. I haven't made that schedule yet. Got a couple things in mind, so we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, listen, good luck tonight. God bless you and the boys. And, of course, we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Sounds good, Stephen. And, again, as always, appreciate you coming out and being the voice of the Kingsmen. It's been a great ride for us over I guess this is the 8th year of the Kingsmen, 10th year altogether of summer team, and then all the Winthrop years as well. I don't know, I've lost track on a number of years. But you're a great friend, and we appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you, Coach, and God bless you, and good luck to you.
Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate it.
All right, there you go. Coach Joe Hudak in our pregame interview. We got it all in. And once again, as we go to the bottom of the first, here is my new friend, Griffin Leonard. Griff?
Thank you, Stephen. The Kingsmen surrendered 1 in the top half of inning number 1. But they bring up Yarborough, Jackson, and Dyer. That's Josh Jackson hitting 1, 2, 3 for the Kingsmen. It's Yarborough, Jackson, Dyer, Canty, Santos, Stefano, Anders, Scotty Davis, Bernie, Haverluck. Kingsmen batting 9 today. Eli Hanna, the right-hander on the mound, throws a first pitch fastball. Yarborough taps it to short. It's McGurk going off of 1 foot and throws out Yarborough on the first pitch of the bottom half of inning number 1 to record out number 1.
The center fielder, number 2, Josh Jackson.
Nothing like a quick ground ball to get the defense's hearts moving here in the first. Stars infield is Sam York, Ty McGurk, Bernard Creaky, and Seth Newkirk. Ethan Payne doing the catching. Josh Jackson hits with 1 away. The Kingsmen down just 1 run here at York Comprehensive High School. Griffin Leonard here with the voice of Kingsmen baseball, Stephen Stone. And Jackson lines 1 into center, going back and misreading that is McCormick. It's up over his head. All the way to the wall it goes. Jackson's around second, digging for third. Throw to the cutoff man. Josh Jackson has himself a stand-up triple. It won't go as an error because McCormick never got glove to ball, but it might as well be. He took a just terrible route to that baseball, took a few steps in and then started to back up, looked like he had it, and then suddenly it flared over his head.
Baseman, number 5, Harry Dyer.
That's why they say first step back.
That's right.
So just as the Stars did a half inning ago, the Kingsmen have a man on third base here in the first. Here's Perry Dyer, first pitch coming from Hanna, and it's in the dirt, ball 1. That's just the third pitch thrown by Eli Hanna, the right-handed pitcher for the Stars. Both Kingsmen hitters at first swinging on their first pitches, and very different results. 1-0 pitch. Perry flares it into shallow center over the head of the shortstop McGurk and down for a base hit. That'll bring in Jackson. We're tied up at York Comprehensive. The teams trade a run here in the first, and Perry Dyer has himself an RBI.
a little more manageable.
The right fielder, number 22, Cole Canty.
A lot of guys jumping on first pitches tonight. 2 of the 3.
Gotta love the aggressiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Now here is Cole Canty batting cleanup today for the Kingsmen. Dyer on first. First pitch is outside. He's certainly not going to have a chance to swing at that one. So both teams have a run here in the first. The difference being Catawba Valley is still hitless. The Kingsmen have scored off of now 2 consecutive hits. 1-0 pitch to Canty. He lets it go, and it's downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Canty, Santos, Stefano, and Anders as we roll through the bottom half of inning number 1. Two balls, no strikes. Hitters count for Canty, and here is the pitch from the right-hander. Slide step, and it's a high fly ball into deep left. Going back is Carson Vance. He's running out of room.
Bye.
That ball's gone. Cole Canty leaves the yard in the first. It's a 3-run inning for the Kingsmen, and they have their first lead of this doubleheader.
Well, they have woken up. 3-zip, 1 out. I like it.
Towering fly ball off the cleanup bat of Cole Canty. That's his first bomb of the season, and he very happily runs toward the Kingsman dugout where he's greeted by his teammates.
Lots of chest bumps, high fives.
The left fielder, number 23, Vince Santos Stefano.
And what a response that is for the Kingsmen. Of course, conceding a run in the first. First pitch to Santos Stefano slipped out of the hand of the starting pitcher, and it's 1-0. But to come back and tally 3 of your own,
That's
staring
right.
down the loss that they had in the first game of this doubleheader.
Well, you put it, as Coach Hudak said, you put it behind you, you move on to the next one.
1-0, a slider just high, taken by Santos Stefano. The left fielder moved into the 5-hole for this game, hitting .283 over the course of this summer. It's his 20th game he's played. Pitch just misses the outside corner to make it 2-0. Make that 3 balls, no strikes.
Okay.
Way ahead is Santos Stefano. Hanna kicks and fires, and Santos Stefano taking all the way, takes a strike. It's 3-1.
I'd take another, but give him the choice. Turn him loose.
I like the green light here.
Yeah.
3 balls, 1 strike. He does let it go. It was a slider off the plate, so it's good that he did, and Santos Stefano walks with 1 away here in the first. Noticed a coaching change. Coach Joe Hudak is not at third base for this second game. Assistant coach Preston Hudak doing the duties down the third base line, giving the signs to Davis Anders, who steps into the box.
You think he's in the dugout munching on a PB&J sandwich like you're sitting up in that window trying to defrost?
Yeah, well, the Uncrustables can be a little bit tempting at times, can't they?
Yes, sir.
Anders takes a fastball just off the plate outside. Of course, joking about the pregame or the in-between game meals, courtesy of, I believe it was the Hudak daughters that brought it in between games. We thank them for that. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in the first, and the pitch just off the outer part of the plate, the slider to Anders to make it 2-0. Kingsmen have really settled down here in this first inning. 3 runs, 3 hits. Smooth and straight to the ball. And now a ball ripped down the third base line, but foul off the bat of Anders to make it 2-1.
That was a hot shot.
Anders readies himself in the box. Santos Stefano the lead off of first. Hanna set at the belt. 2-1 pitch. Off speed again, missed it high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count for Davis Anders, who has had his moments at the plate, but he's only 8 for 44 over the course of the summer, good for a 182 batting average. Santos Stefano was on the move. That pitch well high, and it's to the backstop. Ball 4, so Anders down to first base, and Santos Stefano doesn't have to worry about a dive into second. Walk puts 2 on and 1 out. Back-to-back walks for the Kingsmen. That is now 5 consecutive base runners. A triple, single, the Canty home run, of course, the big highlight there, and then Santos Stefano and Anders both drawing the walk. I'll tell you one thing, Josh Jackson hit that triple. If the center fielder McCormick makes that catch for the second out of the inning with nobody on, not saying that anything else wouldn't have happened the same way, but I'm sure if nothing else, the pitcher and Hanna would have been feeling a little less pressure and a little bit more confidence. Maybe could have placed a few of those pitches better and prevented this big inning.
The designated hitter, number 9, Jack Davis.
Here is Davis, the designated hitter. Runners on second and first with 2 away. Third baseman York not quite in on the grass, but he's getting there. First pitch from Hanna is taken for a strike. Inner half of the plate, and it's 0-1. You're just joining us. The Kingsmen have put up 3 runs in this first inning. They lead 3-1 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. 0-1 pitch, goes back to the slider, missed it again. I don't believe he's thrown that pitch for a called strike yet.
No.
Now 19 pitches, just 7 strikes for Eli Hanna. 1-1. Missed again with it. This time it was badly, and it skipped in the dirt, caught cleanly by Payne, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. Hanna glances a couple times at second. Santos Stefano dances off as the pitch is swung on and missed by Davis. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still only 1 out in this first inning. 7 innings to be played in Game 2 of this doubleheader. We only played 6 in Game 1 due to the mercy rule. 2-2. Outside corner, ring him up, strike 3. Davis goes down, and there are 2 away in the first. It's good location on that outside fastball.
The catcher, number 25, Christian Burney.
Christian Burney doing the catching today, and he slides into the batting order as well, hitting 8th. Mason Salisbury caught Game 1, and Burney getting his reps here in Game 2. Christian still looking to really hit the ground running at the plate. This is his 10th game of the season. Still looking for his second hit, as there's a first pitch slider that does get in the strike zone that time to make it 0-1. Burney is 1 for 16 this season. He has come in to score 5 times. 0-1 in the dirt. Santos Stefano going to test the catcher. He'll slide into third without a throw, but on first base was Anders. He didn't move, so runners on the corners, 1-1 count with 2 away. One ball, 1 strike, 2 gone, and Anders leaning towards second. He'll take off here. The pitch on the outside corner, not called. Throw goes down to second. The throw looked in time, and the tag's down for out number 3. Anders caught stealing. We head to the second. Kingsmen put up 3, courtesy of the Cole Canty home run, and the Kingsmen lead here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Into the second here as the Kingsmen hold a 3-1 lead. Nolan Alexander onto the mound for Eddie number 2 of work at the home of the Cougars, York Comprehensive High School. Griffin Leonard and Steven Stone here as Nolan Alexander, who threw only 16 pitches in the first inning, gave up a run but no hits. He'll step back out there after hitting Carson Vance, who came in to score. He'll face 5, 6, 7, that full Catawba Valley batting order, since we didn't get the chance to go through it in the pregame. Vance, Creaky, Payne, York, and then here we go, starting now, Keelan Sloan, Seth Newkirk, Jordan Tate, Josh McCormick, Ty McGurk, and then the Stars are hitting 10 today. That is Luke Stoner that will be in the 10 slot, the extra hitter. So it's the DH, Keelan Sloan, batted second in game 1 of this doubleheader.
Now for Catawba Valley in the top of the second, the designated hitter, number 20, Keelan Sloan.
Meanwhile, Kingsmen are batting 9 in this one.
Yeah, they flipped it. This may be the first home game, at least to my memory this season, that the Kingsmen did not hit 10.
That's right.
They love to use that ability when they're, not bound by any rules of a league. Of course, sometimes on their road games they've been forced to bat 9. Alexander's first pitch to Sloan is up high for ball 1. But the 10 slot on the lineup card not getting use for game 2. Alexander certainly trying to get the most use out of his start today. It throws a 1-0 curveball, but left it up top of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Infield once again for the Kingsmen. Dyer, Yarborough, Haverluck, and Anders. Left to the right. 2 balls, no strikes. Out of the windup, here's Alexander's pitch. It's a fastball, ran in on the hitter. 3 balls, no strikes. Outfield for the black and gold, Santo Stefano, Josh Jackson, Cole Canty. Canty standing in right, though it was his fly ball to left that was his biggest impact on this game so far. 3-0 from Alexander. Fastball down the heart of the plate, taken for a strike, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, the pitch. It's popped up, hooking toward the foul line, and it is well out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's obviously early, but it's just kind of funny to look at the stats here. The Kingsmen with 3 hits in that first inning. Their OPS is 23-14. If only that could keep up over the course of a game or a season. 3-2, the full count pitch from Alexander. Curveball, just high, and a leadoff walk for Keelan Sloan. Alexander was almost all the way back after being down 3-0.
The first baseman, number 16, Seth Newkirk.
Surrenders the walk. First free pass for the Catawba Valley Stars in the walk category. They had one via the hit by pitch earlier in the contest. Alexander into the stretch now, facing the first baseman, Seth Newkirk. First pitch whizzes in, a fastball just off the outside part of the plate. That outside corner not there for either pitcher so far today. Steven, you were talking about a tighter zone in game 1.
Yeah.
I would assume that the umpires switch positions for the second contest. 1-0. Alexander to the sidearm, missed his arm slot that time, and running on the pitch was Sloan. He didn't have to worry about it because it went to the backstop. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner in scoring position once again for the Stars. Alexander does like to go down low sometimes, but if he doesn't get it right, then it can be a problem. Here comes Coach Joe Hudak.
That's where we were going with that. Yeah, he didn't get it right, and here comes Coach Hudak to tell him about it.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because it's not like he doesn't do that. Like, he'll go to that slot probably, 10, 15 pitches over the course of his outing, and he doesn't go to it all the time, but it's a frequented thing for Nolan. Perhaps Hudak just saying, hey, if you're going to throw it, make sure you get all the way down the mound and make sure that pitch is close.
Seems like a reasonable enough request.
Seemed like his front foot kind of got caught on the way down the mound and contributed to the ball going far away from Christian Burney. 2 balls, no strikes after the mound visit. Back into the box goes Newkirk. Sloan standing on second base. Pop up on the 2-0 toward the backstop. Running after it is Burney. He runs out of real estate, and it's 2-1. Newkirk, Tate, and McCormick here for the Stars, who hunt a 2-run Kingsmen lead, top 2. York Comprehensive High School, the final game here in the United States for the Kingsmen in the 2025 season. 2-1. Alexander missed it with the curveball. Up to third goes Sloan. 2 wild pitches in the at-bat in 4 pitches, and once again, just as we saw in the first inning, the Stars moving base to base without really...
With no hits.
Yeah, not really much done on their own. At least that time, Sloan earned a walk before it was the hit by pitch. Now Alexander working from behind again. We'll have to try to come back and get Newkirk. 3 balls, 1 strike, runner on third base. Alexander's pitch is at the letters for a called strike. Mentioned it, the last game in the United States here in the 2025 season. It has gone by so quickly.
Yeah, way too fast.
Sometimes that's how the summer goes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Alexander gets the swing and a miss. He does come all the way back and gets Newkirk for his second strikeout of the ball game. 1 gone in the second.
Well, that's big.
The right fielder, number 10, Jordan Tate.
Nolan Alexander came into the game striking out 25 in 18 innings pitched. He's grabbed another 2 so far in the contest. Now with 1 down, the infield comes in. Yarborough still not in on the grass, but he's a little bit closer. First pitch from Tate is popped up. Very shallow right. The infield came in, so it's a long run for Canty, and he makes the catch, runner tagging. Throw comes to the plate. Burney dropped it, and the run will score.
They had him.
They had him by a mile. Now, you can't pin that one 100% on Burney because it did skip in the dirt, and it led Burney up the line, the throw from Canty, but if the catch is made by the catcher, of course it's in the job description, then the inning is over. But instead, 3-2 and just 2 outs in the second inning. Sac fly for Jordan Tate brings up Josh McCormick with the bases empty. Alexander back into the windup, throws a first pitch that's lined left side foul out of play. Catawba Valley now 2 runs. They've scored 1 in each inning, still hitless. 0-1. Ground ball third base side. Dyer collects a shuffle, and the throw across the diamond is strong and in time. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Another run for the Stars brings the Kingsmen lead to 1 here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. Where the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
Well, friends, the Kingsmen will be headed to the Dominican Republic in a couple of days. They'll be flying out, and of course, you'll be able to follow them, and along with Griffin, on kingsmanbaseball.org, the daily blogs of the players, Coach Hudak, Griffin. Of course, there'll be 4 games, so it's not like you're going to be without baseball.
Of course, and we'll have the streams of the games when we can as well. They, hopefully, most of the sites will allow for a video stream. It won't necessarily be as top of the line as the home games we've had here, courtesy of our producer-director, Alan Cahaley, but I'll do my best out there.
You'll be all right.
Good old one-man band as the 0-1 down low. You ever watch that Pixar short?
I've seen it, yes.
It's a blast in the past. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bernie is the leadoff man after being at the plate when the first inning ended. And he takes the slider on the outer half for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-2, Kingsmen lead Catawba Valley. 1-2 pitch to Bernie is up high of the zone. High fastball missed to make it 2-2. Bernie, Haverluck, and then the top of the order here for the Kingsmen. 2-2 pitch. Bernie again watches the high fastball whiz by. The catchers work the count full. Now out of the windup, Hannah comes to try to finish him off. 3-2 pitch comes in. And they call it on the knees. Bernie twirls the bat, didn't like the call. 1 down in the bottom half of inning number 2.
Those are back-to-back looking strikeouts for Hannah.
He's certainly found the zone
Evan Haverlock,
and used it to his advantage after a rough start in the first inning. Has settled in nicely here at the bottom of the order. Haverluck squared the bunt, pulled it back, and the pitch was in the strike zone. After Haverluck, it'll be Brady Yarborough who grounded out in the home half of the first. 0-1 pitch. Haverluck swings and pops it foul, first base side, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone here, and the pitch comes in from Hannah, looking for the 3-pitch strike count, but did not get the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Haverluck, the second baseman once again here, batting 189 on this summer season. Grounds the ball to the second base side. Creaky collects, throws sidearm to first, and there's 2 gone in the second inning.
We're back to the top of the order now. Both teams seem to be settling down here in game 2.
Back to the top of the order for the Kingsmen.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
The shortstop, number 1, Brady Yarborough.
Brady Yarborough, the top of the order for the Kingsmen, hit at the bottom in Game 1, top here in Game 2, and takes the first pitch strike. Top of the zone slider from Eli Hanna. Eli just threw his 36th pitch of this outing. Just an inning and 2/3 registered so far. Yarborough drops the bunt down the third base side. Tough play. Hanna, without a throw, will concede the infield base hit for Yarborough.
That was a piece of art, friends. Those of you watching it on YouTube saw it.
Beautiful stuff from the shortstop. Extends the inning. It's a big reason why Brady has been able to consistently prove his worth, whether at the top or the bottom of the order. He doesn't have an extra base hit this summer. He's not much of a power guy. But, hey, when you can find a way to get on and extend innings, you are valuable. Yarborough at first. First pitch to Jackson is high of the zone, ball 1. Josh Jackson hit the fly ball out to center that, well, probably should have been a fly out, but instead it was a triple. And he later came in to score on the Perry Dyer base hit. Wouldn't be surprised to see Yarborough take off here with 2 away. 1-0. Swing and a miss from Jackson on the outside corner fastball. He was behind it, 1-1. Brady Yarborough on the season is only 1 for 4 trying to steal a base. I'm sure the Kingsmen
why not? You know, do it.
Yeah, why not? What do you get to lose? 2 for 5 sounds better than 1 for 4 anyway.
Sure. No guts, no glory.
Well, Hanna may be thinking the same thing, throws over to first.
He's worried.
I mean, Yarborough out there, you know, shorter guy. I mean, he looks fast.
Sure.
He is fast.
Yeah. And he's in his head.
All about that first jump. 1-1. Not going here. Jackson lifts a fly ball in the center. This one a little bit more routine for McCormick. He judges it well and makes the catch to end the inning. We head to inning number 3. Kingsmen blanked in the second, but they still lead 3-2 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
Oh, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
Third inning in York, South Carolina here. The Kingsmen and the Catawba Valley Stars. Call it what you will. I'll call it the regular season finale, I guess. Does the DR trip? The DR trip is pretty much the closest to postseason baseball these guys are going to get, given they're not in a league. So it is what it is.
I remember those league days. We were a force.
First pitch strike thrown by the new man on the mound, Nolan Alexander Dunn, and it is Hunter Carroll whose 0-1 pitch is grounded foul to the screen to make it 0-2. Ty McGurk, the leadoff man here in the third. Hunter Carroll did not pitch in Game 1, but he did make quite the impression.
Yes,
he had his
did.
first at-bat and grounded a single into right field.
Yeah. Top of the world, Mom.
0-2. I talked to him after the game, and I said, hey, I didn't know you could hit. And he said, hey, I hit a 296 in high school. And I said, I know now. I was scrambling to find it in the middle of the show. 1-2 from Carroll. It's grounded by McGurk, foul to the dugout.
It'd be nice if these guys told us this stuff, but they don't.
We saw Zane Davis hit against the Lexington County Blowfish. Well, I wonder if we'll get another fun at-bat here, depending on how this game goes. 1-2 from Carroll to his first batter, and a ground ball, a high chopper. Off the mound goes Carroll. He'll throw off his back foot and sails it into right. Turning first, going to second is McGurk as Canty ranges over, throws it back into the infield, and Yarborough just getting to that baseball. That nearly got really ugly.
Yeah.
On into second goes McGurk. The error assessed to the pitcher. Will it be scored a hit? So a single plus the error. Tough play, of course. That ball was only hit about 2 inches straight down into the ground, but it popped skywards.
Number 21, Luke Stoner.
Makes it difficult on the pitcher. So runner on second, nobody out in the third. That's the tying run on second base here with Luke Stoner at the plate. First pitch, a flare ball past the glove of Anders in right, and Canty to collect. Runner stops at third, throwing all the way into home plate. Canty maybe with an opportunity to get some practice after just narrowly missing on that first attempt home a couple innings ago.
The order for Catawba Valley, the left fielder.
Well, that throw was there a couple innings ago. Of course, it came on the skip, and that's always tough for a catcher, speaking as a former one now.
Of course.
When they come skipping at you like that, because they can go just about anywhere, in any direction.
And it's tough to tell if that ball's hitting the grass or the dirt, because you know you're going to get a different bounce depending on what surface that hits. But this time, no runner coming in to test to the catcher, Bernie. Runners on the corners, nobody out. And the first pitch outside to Carson Vance, who's up for the second time after being hit by a pitch by, that is Nolan Alexander, the starting pitcher. That started off tonight's game. 1-0 pitch. A ground ball popped up and foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw goes over to first from Carroll. The Catawba Valley Stars looking to get to 500 with a win in this game. They did play one game after the Kingsmen last week, and they dropped that one to Marion. So the win earlier today brought them to 10-11-1. A swing and a miss to make it 1-2. They could get to 500 if they can complete the doubleheader sweep of the Kingsmen. The Kingsmen have already won the season series by winning 4 games. They've played a total of 6, this being 7 in the summer season. 1-2 pitch. A ground ball, third base side, hooking foul, and we'll see it again. The Catawba Valley Stars play for a while, Stephen. They play into August.
Yeah.
Long time in between pitches here. Carroll getting a new baseball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the third. Carroll, the lefty, throws the pitch into the plate, and it's outside.
Well, the lights are on in York. Temperature now down to a comfortable 86 degrees from where we started at 98.
Yeah,
back
not
at
too
5
bad.
o'clock, yeah.
2-2 pitch coming. Carroll throws it platewards, and it's hit into right center field. Ranging over Canty, makes the catch. Body not going toward home. He'll throw home anyway, and it's cut off by Carroll, the pitcher. A run comes in. We're tied in the third inning. 3-3 the ball game. The sac fly from Vance scores McGurk.
Stoner stayed put.
The second baseman, number 6, Bernard Creaky.
Platoon advantage here for Bernard Creaky, who lined out to first base his first time. Runner on first, 1 out in a tie ball game. Carroll's pitch is hit hard, third base side. Scoop by Dyer. He throws on to second for 1. They go to first. Anders makes the stretch, and the double play is there. The Kingsmen out of the third in a flurry. The double play goes around the horn, and it's 3-3 into the bottom of the third on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Bottom three we go here at York Comprehensive High School. Griffin Leonard here with Stephen Stone. The Kingsmen and the Catawba Valley Stars are even at 3. Catawba Valley put up their first hits of the ball game. They scored another run. They've managed 1 run in each of the first 3 innings, and we are all square.
You chip away, you chip away, you chip away.
Eli Hanna has thrown 40 pitches through his first 2 innings. He'll stride back to the mound to begin the third once the ball is retrieved from the outfield. 3-4-5 for the Kingsmen in inning number 3. It's Perry Dyer, Cole Canty, Vince Santos Stefano.
Kingsmen at the bottom of the third. The third baseman, number 5, Perry Dyer.
All 3 of whom reached their first time to the plate. Dyer singled to bring in Josh Jackson. That was the Kingsmen's first of 3 in the first inning. Out of the windup, here's Hanna, and the pitch is hit into center field. Going back on it is McCormick. He ranges over and makes the catch. 1 gone. Here's Cole Canty, 1 gone in the third inning. He hit a home run to left field to bring in 2 runs. His first time to the plate. That was the first home run for Cole this season.
Do it again, Cole.
I'm sure he certainly wouldn't mind that. That was the 10th home run the Kingsmen have hit as a team this season. In 22 games. And he rips the ball to right center field. Going way back is Jordan Tate on the first pitch. This one is off the wall. Striding around first, heading to second. Cole Canty's got himself a 1-out double and missed his second home run of the game by mere feet.
That's right. I'll take the double.
Yeah, how about some opposite field power? Canty gets himself into scoring position. 2 extra base hits in the game for Cole.
Number 23.
And Vince Santos Stefano, the left fielder, will take to the plate. walked and was stranded his first time. One of 2 Kingsmen to take a free pass so far in the contest. Slider outside, scooped by the catcher Payne, 1-0. Canty ranging off of second, 1-0 pitch. Popped up right side and foul out of play, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tie game in the third, 3 apiece. The Kingsmen with the go-ahead in scoring position. 1-1. Santos Stefano watches it go. A slider that nips the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck for the Kingsmen, Davis Anders, who also walked the first time around the order. 1-2 from Hanna. A pop up right side of the infield. Nearly tripping on first base is Newkirk, but he makes the catch, 2 gone.
That's a tough play to make when you got a guy barreling down on you.
Wonder if Santos Stefano was yelling at him on the way down to just throw more things in his head as he tries to reel in the ball.
First baseman, number 27.
As in, here I come.
Just start counting.
That's it.
2 gone in the third. Runner still on second in Canty. Here's Davis Anders. Hanna's first delivery is just off the plate outside, 1-0.
You start thinking brace for impact.
The Stars are going to hit 3-4-5 when we return in the fourth. 1-0, fastball just south of the knees, 2 balls, no strikes. Canty had the 1-out double, has been stuck there since. He dances off, softly held on by Creaky. Pitch comes home, a slider that dips down into the zone, 2 balls, 1 strike. 3-3, bottom of the third here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. 2-1 pitch from Hanna. Anders thought about it. No need for an appeal. He held back soundly. 3 balls, 1 strike. Canty wide lead at second. He'll look to score on a single. 3-1 pitch. And another slider. This one does graze the bottom of the zone, and it's 3-2.
Witching hour coming early.
We've still got a few innings to play. Full count, a payoff pitch, and an important one coming from Eli Hanna. The righty deals. And it's a swing and a miss to get Anders as the Kingsmen leave one in scoring position. All knotted up at 3 as we head to the fourth here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Into the fourth we go on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Griffin Leonard here with Steven Stone. Hunter Carroll to pitch his second inning. After getting through inning number 1, he did surrender a run off of 2 hits. He had to strike out a batter, but only threw 13 pitches in that first inning. He'll face Ethan Payne, Sam York, and Keelan Sloan as we roll through inning number 4 here at York Comprehensive High School. Stephen, what have you seen out of these two teams so far? How would you size up this game?
Well, this game is a lot better game than what the first game was, obvious for all the obvious reasons. I do like that the Stars keep coming. They don't lay down. They'll play with anybody, and of course, in the case of the Kingsmen, they're resilient. It's easy to drop your head after a loss like they had in Game 1 of this one, but that's the beauty of baseball as a sport. Is you always live to play another day, There's always that next game in most cases, and that's what we have here.
Yeah, first pitch inside from Carroll. There is that second game here today, but no doubt the Kingsmen wanting to end their domestic schedule on a high note.
Oh, absolutely.
And a team in the Catawba Valley Stars that I'm sure they feel they are the better team to want to go out on a win against the Stars who they've played so many times. Ground ball to Yarborough at short. He takes one hop and throws to first and has the runner in plenty of time. One down here in the fourth. Back-to-back 6 threes for Ethan Payne so far today.
What's good about this, too, is, this game moving right along. I mean, we're coming up on an hour that we've been back, and you're in the top of the fourth, and you're tied at 3. You're only going 7, so it's just a matter of getting your runs and putting it on ice.
Well, and the Kingsmen not leaving for the DR tomorrow. They'll leave the day after that, but I know it's an earlier flight, at least an earlier departure time from Rock Hill. I'm sure they don't want to be messing up their sleep schedule too much. Backhand stop by Yarborough on the ground ball. Throws one hop to Anders. What a play from Brady Yarborough to get Sam York. Tip of the cap to the shortstop. And there are 2 out here in the bottom, or rather the top half of inning number 4.
Couple of back-to-back ground outs to the shortstop. He's earning his pay. Or that peanut butter jelly Uncrustable.
They are powering the Kingsmen here in Game 2.
Yeah, they are. We'd have known this. I'd have brought them a case for Game 1. How was I to know?
Maybe a chili dog.
Yeah, worked for me.
First pitch to Sloan is a swing and a miss. A sinking fastball that evaded the glove of Bernie, but it's 0-1. Sloan, the designated hitter today, still waiting for his first at-bat of the game as he walked his first time. Carroll having a very productive 4th inning so far. That was just his 5th pitch. Looking for a quick 4th. 0-1, just high, didn't get the call, and the count is even. After Sloan, it'll be Seth Newkirk if the inning were to continue. 1-1. Carroll backdoors him with a slider. That's an excellent pitch, and it's 1-2. After the off-speed, here is the 1-2 pitch from Hunter Carroll. And he gets the swing and a miss. Went inside on the slider that time, and he rings him up to end the inning. 1-2-3, Hunter Carroll threw, I believe, 10 pitches in that inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. But the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
There's always time in the morning, always time at night. Always time for simple pleasure, sunshine and moonlight. Always time for refreshment when you're on the run. And when it's time for fun, there's always Coca-Cola. Yeah. Coca-Cola. Always Coca-Cola.
distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola.
Bottom four, we eclipse the halfway point of this contest at York Comprehensive High School, the Kingsmen and the Catawba Valley Stars. And here to lead things off is Scotty Davis, who struck out looking his first time. 3-3 ball game. The Kingsmen holding the Stars for the first time in the top half of the fourth. And what a defensive inning it was, Stephen. Just 8 pitches for Hunter Carroll.
You know, you got to be impressed by that, too. Of course, you get a lot of help from those other 8 guys behind you, but, 9 pitches, that is impressive. For 3 batters, it's an average of 3 pitches per batter.
First pitch hit Davis, and he'll stride to first on as the leadoff man, Christian Burney, next to the plate. Certainly the 8 behind him doing some work in that inning, though. It was Brady Yarborough, the shortstop. Got 2 ground balls of the 3 outs, and that second one making an excellent play on the backhand side.
The catcher, number 25, Christian Burney.
Christian Burney hits with nobody out, and Davis on first after the hit batter. Burney also struck out his first time. Squares to bunt here, drops it down right back to the pitcher. Hannah wanted to go to second, then the shortstop was not covering, and it cost them the lead runner.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do, is go to second.
It's interesting. You see a lot of pitchers, especially when they field a bunt ground ball, you'll see them a lot of times just instinctively look for that easy out at first base. Hannah did, as you mentioned, exactly what you're supposed to do, but the shortstop was not there.
Neither was the second baseman. Nobody was there.
Swing and miss from Haverlock to make it 0-1. So Burney with the sack bunt moves Davis in a scoring position. The go-ahead run on second for the Kingsmen. Haverlock, an 0-1 pitch coming from Hannah. Haverlock swings and goes after that slider off the plate outside. 0-2, he came up empty.
Some pitches are just plain hard to lay off, and I believe this young man's slider is one of those.
It's got a pretty good amount of lateral movement.
Yeah.
0-2 to Haverlock. Goes back to it and just misses the outside corner. Maybe a little too much lateral movement on that one.
Yeah, it was a little high.
A ball and 2 strikes. Haverlock digs back in. Open stance to the righty with Yarborough and the rest of the top of the order waiting in the wings. 1-2 pitch. Fastball this time. Ripped foul. And the count stays at 1-2. We were talking about it last game. The Catawba Valley Stars doing an excellent job to cash in on runners, avoid leaving runners on base. Today, they have not, in the second game, they have not left a runner on base. They've scored all 3 that they have put on. Runner on the move, Davis, and Haverlock lifts it to shallow center. The center fielder doesn't see it. It drops in front. Davis, who is starting to scramble back to second base, can only pull into third, but a base hit for Haverlock puts runners on the corners with 1 away. McCormick, I don't think he could have caught that ball, but it certainly didn't help that he didn't see it off the bat.
Well, and that's the thing, it's now nighttime, the lights are on, but it's pretty dark. And yes, the lights are on, but it is still pretty dark out there, and that was just a Texas leaguer that just kind of fell into the Bermuda Triangle that is between the shortstop and the center and left fielders.
After the bloop, it's the top of the order, Yarborough, who squared for a bunt and beat out the base hit, takes a strike at the knees to go behind 0-1. We've seen Brady do that a couple of times this season, and it worked like a charm for hit number 12 on the year. 0-1, a big swing and a miss. They throw down to third, and Davis just back in time. That was close down at third base, and the catcher, Payne, looks to be shaken up after the throw down to third. I'm not sure if his follow-through hit the hitter, Brady Yarborough. Obviously, we'd have to see it again. but he looks to be in some decent level of pain after what looked like a routine throw down to third.
Yeah, it was a good throw. It was a great throw. I mean, he rifled it, and here comes the trainer out of the Kingsman dugout just to check on him and make sure. Both coaches are there, Coach Hudak and, of course, the coach for the Stars. They're just kind of checking him out.
And the fact that Yarborough, as the hitter, is in that huddle with the trainer and everyone kind of seems to me to suggest that he was indeed partially the culprit there. Not that it's his fault.
No,
but
of course not. Things happen.
We'll see if Payne is able to stay in the game. Ethan Payne, native of the Bay Area, California, went to Bellarmine College Preparatory in San Jose, California. Had a couple of friends that went there.
Okay. Well, I love the Bay Area. Of course, my friends out there now tell me don't bother with it, but I have my memories, and they're good ones.
Well, that's all that really counts.
That's all that matters. Been there, done that. I think I have a T-shirt somewhere.
There you go. So, runners on the corners. Payne is going to stay in the game here. 0-2. Pitch comes in from Hanna, and Yarborough hits it out to left field. It's got a decent amount of carry on it, playable for Vance, but Davis tagging will score with ease, and it's a sac fly for Brady Yarborough to give the Kingsmen the lead.
That's what you want.
Just doing his job. That is all that's been asked out of Brady Yarborough this season, and he has done it time after time.
The center fielder, number 2, Josh Jackson.
Josh having a 1-for-2 night tonight.
Jackson watches the first pitch down low, appeal down to second, no swing. You mentioned it, 1-for-2 for Josh Jackson, a triple and a fly out. Both hit to center field. Kingsmen 4, Stars 3, a runner on first base in Haverluck, 2 gone. Here's the 1-0 from Hanna. And it was a slider that danced away from the hitter, 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch from the right-hander. Jackson with a big cut comes up empty, 2-1. They threw down to first. Haverluck is back safely. Kingsmen with their first run since inning number 1. Jackson watches the pitch go down into the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. After the Kingsmen had taken a 2-run lead, the Stars had grabbed the next 2 consecutively. Kingsmen out hitting the visitors 6-2 in this ball game. Jackson looking for 7 here, but he'll have to wait as Hanna steps off the mound. Haverluck on the move. 3-1 pitch is low. The throw down was not in time. It went into center field, and Haverluck will turn and head down to third. The throw didn't matter, at least at the start, because of the walk, but the second that it got by the middle infielder, it suddenly did matter again, and Haverluck uses it to his advantage to head to third base.
Well, it's a stolen base, and then it's an advance on the throwing error, so you got to like that.
The third baseman, number 5, Perry Dyer.
Perry Dyer with runners on the corners watches the first pitch slider hook in there for a strike. Dyer 1-for-2, a single, and he flied out to center earlier in the contest. Pitch missed low and away, 1-1. After plating 1 so far in the 4th, the Kingsmen would love to add on. Try to punch that lead up a little bit larger. 1-1 to Dyer from Hanna. Runner on the move. He pops it right side, hooking over the fence out of play. 1-2. Jackson will retreat to first base. He was looking for stolen base number 10. Hard to believe he's been caught 3 times. That doesn't seem right in my brain, but I'm sure it is. But Jackson, 9 for 12. Only 75% trying to steal bases this season. He's on the move again here. He'll glide in with ease. That pitch was in the dirt, no throw. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson has stolen base number 10 on the season.
There it is.
I don't even have to look in my notes to confirm that he's the first Kingsman to reach that milestone in the summer of 25. 2-2, and it's low and away again. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, Mr. Hanna could be getting himself into some trouble here. Because as you and I have seen throughout this season, this is a very dangerous team with 2 outs in an inning. They do a lot of damage when they've got 2 outs.
Very long at bat for Perry Dyer, making Hanna work. He's already into the 70s in the pitch count realm.
74 is what I got. So, yeah.
Pitching out of the windup now with runners on second and third. Here's the full count pitch, and a swing and a miss tipped into the glove of Ethan Payne to get out of the jam. But the Kingsmen put 1 up on the board. We head to the 5th, 4-3. The black and gold lead on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
For the Kingsmen at the bottom.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheese are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Into the 5th we go. 4-3, the Kingsmen lead Catawba Valley. Hunter Carroll set for his 3rd inning of work. And why not after the efficiency in the 4th?
Absolutely. 1-2-3 inning, couple of ground balls and a strikeout looking.
Catawba Valley in the top of the 5th, the first baseman, number 16, Seth.
And that's after he came in and picked up the out in the 3rd and then got a ground ball double play. Yeah, you dance with the date that brung you.
So the lefty will start the 5th here on the mound. 4-3, Kingsmen lead. And Keelan Sloan watches the first pitch inside. It was low as well for ball 1.
That's Seth Newkirk, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
It's Seth Newkirk.
Right.
I'm going to have to go through and figure out what happened to Sloan.
Sloan struck out looking to end the inning last inning.
You're exactly right, he did. A swing and a miss as...
Well, as many times as you have pulled my bacon out of the fire this season, you had one coming.
We're partners for a reason, right?
Right.
We gotta help each other out.
That's right, and he did it on a 1-2 count.
All right. 1-1. And it's a 1-2 count now to Seth Newkirk, just as one batter ago we've just reestablished. It is Newkirk, Tate, and then Josh McCormick due up for the Stars here in the visiting half of the 5th. 1-2 pitch. Carroll's comes home and he rings him up looking. Deja vu. Can't forget it now. That's Newkirk's second strikeout of the day. And Carroll has back-to-back stars via the 3 strikes. So Jordan Tate will hit next. 1 gone, and the base is empty for the Stars.
The right fielder.
Jordan picked up an RBI on a fly ball out to right field. Back into second.
That was that ball out to Canty that he nearly threw out the runner.
Yeah.
An aggressive send, to say the least, but it worked out for the Stars. First pitch flies outside to Tate. Jordan Tate batting just .200 on the season, though he does have 2 home runs, kind of a Cannon Jackson type stat line as that pitch goes outside. He has 4 hits on the season. His last 2 hits have both gone out of the ballpark.
Yeah. Feast or famine, right?
Exactly. It's only the second time he's played against the Kingsmen this season. 2-0, pokes it foul.
He's got that home run swing.
He has also pitched a couple of times for the Stars. Hasn't thrown since the 28th, but has pitched 7 2/3 innings. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carroll's left-handed pitch misses just off the plate outside. 3-1 the count now with Josh McCormick waiting on deck. Left on right matchup. Carroll got the first down of the inning, looking to come back and get out number 2. 3-1 pitch. And Carroll missed the letters upstairs. A walk issued, his first walk of this game. And Tate has reached with 1 away.
The center fielder, number 18, Josh McCormick.
Here comes Joe Hudak to have a chat with Hunter Carroll. There are a couple of guys down the right field line in the Kingsmen bullpen. Hudak has a quick word with the umpire, but he didn't make a run down the line, so I think Hunter Carroll's going to remain in the ballgame for now.
For now, but Joe did say in the pregame that he wanted to use at least 3 pitchers in this game here tonight so that everybody got a little bit of work before stepping on the Silver Bird Wednesday. Which makes sense.
We'll see who else does get some time on the mound here. It's the 5th inning. Plenty of arms that we have not seen tonight. Zane Davis being one of them. The Kingsmen are somewhat short-handed on the mound. Aiden Bisbano, Trip Balaban. Couple of the other arms that have not been on the hill today. Runner on first, 1 out for Josh McCormick. Left on left matchup. Carroll throws a first pitch off speed, hooks it in there, and it is 0-1. A 1 pitch is off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Kingsmen pitching staff has been shorthanded due to some injuries, some various things, pitch count limits, all of that. They did lose another arm today. Found out Isaiah Moreno is not going to be with the team the rest of the season, just some personal reasons. Obviously praying for the best for him and his family. But Isaiah will not be on the DR trip, not available here in tonight's game out of the bullpen. It's that slider in there for a called strike to make it 1-2. Runner on first. Still leading off is Jordan Tate. Pitch from Carroll. A swing and a miss. No, it was just fouled off. Bernie couldn't squeeze. We'll see another 1-2. Back on the mound goes the lefty Carroll. Pitch count in the 30s now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stares down first. Lifts leg and comes home. And he hits the knees, a called strike 3 to get McCormick. 3 strikeouts, all 3 of them with the bat on the hitter's shoulder. 2 gone.
Just freezing him.
And that will be it. So Hunter Carroll leaves with an exclamation point. 2 down here in the 5th, the tying run on first base, and we will step aside and see a new arm when we return here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
It's the return of the big righty from Winthrop. Aiden Bisbano takes the mound. We'll try to get the last out of this 5th inning with the tying run on first base. Bisbano in a big spot, as we've kind of grown accustomed to seeing from him as the veteran takes the hill.
Well, we absolutely have, and he's doing a marvelous job in that role this season for the Kingsmen. And tonight, no exception. You got that 1-run lead to protect, but you've got the tying run aboard and the potential go-ahead run coming to the plate.
As it stands, there are 2 outs in this 5th inning, 7 innings as part of today's doubleheader. The Stars walked away with the Game 1 victory. The Kingsmen trying to hang on and win their final game here in the Carolinas. The team departs Wednesday morning for the Dominican Republic. There will be an article out on the Kingsmen Baseball website, kingsmanbaseball.org, with the official schedule and rundown for that trip when all those games do become official. But looking forward to kicking off what should be a fun week and a half down in the Caribbean. Big spot here for Bisbano. He's facing the shortstop Ty McGurk, who's 1 for 1 with a base hit. Infield of Dyer, Yarborough, Haverluck, and Anders. And Carroll has made way for Aiden. First pitch, and he misses well high, ball 1. The Stars still just with 2 hits today. McGurk and then Stoner, who's on deck, are the 2 that have possession of them in the box score.
The 9 and 10 guys.
1-0. At the knees, a called strike. Bottom of the order, we've talked about it all season. Bottom of the order production, you love to see it as a coach for one of the teams. It's got to be frustrating for the other. 1-1. Bisbano kicks and fires, and he gets the swing. It was only halfway around, but that's all he needed. 1-2. That pitch had a ton of movement. Bisbano waving that arm, comes set at the belt. 1-2. Gets the swing and a miss on the curve, and that ends the inning. Bisbano comes in and does his job to a T. We head to the bottom of the fifth, 4-3. The Kingsmen with the lead on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Just kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you'll forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. But the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
Bottom five here in York, South Carolina. York Comprehensive High School, the site of tonight's contest. Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader, and as it stands, the Kingsmen have the lead. 4-3 here. Griffin Leonard and Stephen Stone for the last few innings. Cole Canty, the leadoff man who has been a phenom for the Kingsmen at the plate today. 2 for 2, a home run and a double. And Cole will be feeling it, striding to the plate here to lead off the fifth. What a day for him.
Well, he's had a great day. I mean, 2 for 2 in anybody's book is great, but when you're talking extra bases, home run and a double, not to mention it's a 2-run home run that he picks up, that's all right. That's good stuff.
Well, and he's been no stranger to runs batted in. He leads at least the starting lineup in today's game in ribbies, as he watches the slider on the outside corner for strike one. But he had yet to see the big fly. He had tapped 5 doubles, this last one being his 6th. But a big day for Cole, looking to keep it going here. 0-1, Hannah out of the windup, fires it home, and Canty thought about it. The appeal went down to first base. They say he swung.
I don't believe that.
Wow, 0-2.
These guys want to get home. That's what's going on here. It's the witching hour early.
It is now the witching hour. I'll give you that one. 0-2, here is the pitch from Hannah, and Canty strikes out on 3 pitches. And he stared down the base umpire for a minute there on his way back. You've got to think that obviously he blames the first base umpire for that at-bat. I mean, it flips it upside down. 0-2 versus 1-1 into protection mode. There's one down. The base umpire even looking into the dugout now. 1-0 as that pitch evades the strike zone to Santos Stefano.
Well, you don't want him in there chirping, okay?
Well, and we mentioned it earlier, Preston Hudak's the third base coach, so that means that his father, Joe, is in all likelihood in the dugout. I doubt that Cole will try much with the skipper a few feet from him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santos Stefano, 0 for 1 today, digs in and watches the pitch just miss low. It looked to be right around the inside corner. 2-1 after the changeup. Hannah quickly back on the mound, back into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he finds the zone to make it 2-2.
Pretty good outside corner pitch.
Hannah's 2-2. And he got Santos Stefano to go around on the slider that swept out of the zone. 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth.
It's hard to lay off that slider. It really, really is.
That one looked like it started a tad off the plate and ran even further away.
Yeah.
So I think Vince will have been kicking himself for that one specifically, but you're right, Hannah's slider has been deadly throughout the course of this contest. There's a first pitch well off the plate to Davis Anders, 1-0. That is 6 strikeouts now for Eli Hannah and 4 2/3 innings. Here's the delivery. did not get the call on the outside edge. 2 balls, no strikes. Infield for the Stars today, York, McGurk, Creaky, and Newkirk, with Ethan Payne doing the catching. Outfield, Carson Vance, Josh McCormick, and Jordan Tate. 2-0. Didn't get the call that time either. Went back to the outside corner. It's 3-0.
Well, he's got to throw a strike, so I imagine Joe greenlight him.
He was taking that time on the 3-0, and it's out of the strike zone. Davis has himself a 4-pitch walk. No chance to strike out the side now for Hannah, and Scotty Davis will hit with 2 gone.
No, and the string stops at 3 in a row.
The designated hitter, number 9, Scotty Davis.
Not a bad little streak. Fresh count to Davis, who takes the first pitch strike. He went back to the slider, Hannah did. Found it as he has in these later innings. Had struggled to find command with it early on in the ball game. 0-1. Goes back to it, this time just missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a really good take from Davis.
It really is, because that's the money pitch.
And it's a setup, right? Because then if you can get the swing and a miss, then you can almost pepper the outside corner with whatever, and Davis has got to give it a good thought. There's that fastball, and it froze him for 1 and 2. Because when you're thinking about that slider running away, if you dial up the outside corner fastball, by the time the hitter realizes what it is, there's no time to go around. Goes back to the fastball, that time missed low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If the inning continues, we would see the 8th spot, which is Christian Burney. Two. And that one hit Davis. Back-to-back hit by pitches. Scotty Davis plunked for the 2nd time, and here's Burney with 2 on and 2 out.
Well, now it gets interesting, because you need some insurance. And these 9 and 10, 8 and 9 or 9 and 10, take your pick. Bottom 2 batters have been deadly for the Kingsmen.
Burney with the sac bunt his last time. He's 0 for 1. That hit by pitch was the 90th pitch Hannah had thrown today. First pitch, that 91 is a slider for a swinging strike, 0-1. He's gone to the slider on the first pitch for back-to-back hitters to try and get ahead. See what he dials up on the 0-1 pitch. Here it is from Hannah. Goes back to the slider. Burney checked his swing. They say no, and it's 1-1. Christian Burney, we mentioned it a couple of times over the course of the season, going to be in the Kingsmen Baseball Academy next fall, starting in just over a month now. 1-1, another slider, this time no appeal. They say at the plate it was a swing, 1 ball, 2 strikes, according to the home plate umpire. Anders on second base, Davis on first. Christian Burney at the plate trying to score 1 or more. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 sliders so far from Hannah. Here's the 1-2. Goes back to it, gets the swing and a miss. Burney strikes out, his 2nd strikeout of the game. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Eli Hannah. We head to the 6th on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rockville Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
Into inning number 6 we go. The Kingsmen and the Catawba Valley Stars. The Kingsmen with a 1-run lead. Aiden Bisbano struck out the only batter that he's faced and will come up back onto the mound to face 10-1-2 in his first complete inning of the ball game. Bisbano making his 11th appearance of the season, second only behind Willow Shields and Hunter Carroll. Actually, no, he's tied with Willow Shields now. Hunter Carroll just made his 12th. He's the sole leader now, but Bisbano, 12 innings pitched coming into today, a 6 ERA out of the pen. Facing Luke Stoner, who's 1 for 1. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. It's Stoner, Carson Vance, and then Bernard Creaky in a pivotal inning in this ball game. 1-0 from Bisbano, and it's upstairs again. 2 balls, no strikes. And it's in there to get Bisbano on the scoreboard. The Kingsmen up 4-3. The Kingsmen 4 runs off of 6 hits and a Catawba Valley error, and the Stars, on the other hand, 3 runs off of just 2 hits and 1 defensive error from the Kingsmen. 2-1 off the plate inside for ball 3. Stoner, the extra hitter today, as the Stars opting to hit 10 in game 2 of this doubleheader. 3-1, and it's down low. Stoner's reached for the second consecutive time in the ballgame.
Well, he's the tying run, and now you go back to the top of the order.
Number 8, Carson Vance.
That's dangerous stuff.
So here in the 6th, we finally loop around to the 3rd time through this Catawba Valley order. The Kingsmen, on the other hand, are a hitter away from looping around for the 4th time through. I guess that's what happens when you only have 2 hits in the ballgame.
Yeah.
But Carson Vance hitting for the 3rd time. He is yet to record an at-bat, as that first pitch is high for ball 1. A hit by pitch and a sacrifice fly for Vance. Has Stoner on a first. 1-0 pitch off the plate outside. Bisbano struggling for control here. Came in and looked superb for that first batter he faced. Was able to play with the hitter a little bit, get a couple of chasing strikes. 2-0. And he missed again. 3 balls, no strikes. In this inning now, that's 9 pitches and 8 of those outside the strike zone. .30 had to have it, and he did. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Well, he needs this one too.
Bernard Creaky awaiting his turn, 0 for 2 today. 3-1 pitch, and that one's at the eyeballs. Another walk.
Not good.
The tying run into scoring position, the go-ahead on with nobody out in the 6th.
The second baseman, number 6.
We will see how Coach Hudak wants to approach this. I would assume there is some bullpen action for the Kingsmen. Sometimes we can see heads poking up, but sometimes it's a little harder to tell.
Well, it's pretty dark down in that corner.
That is certainly true. Squaring to bunt is Creaky. Charging in Anders. Bunt goes down. It's over the head of Anders. Bisbano dropped the ball, throws sidearm onto first, and they have him.
Oh, they got lucky on that one.
I think both teams did, because if that ball stayed low enough for Anders to retrieve, he would have gone to third base. And the lead runner would have been out. And Bisbano, after juggling the ball, is internally probably happy to have gotten the one out.
The catcher, number 11, Ethan Payne.
So what do you do here? First base is open, the 3-hole hitter's up. Do you consider a walk? It doesn't look like they're going to.
No, I think you go after the hitter.
Ethan Payne is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground balls. Interesting here, if nothing else, that the tying run is on third and the infield is not in. First pitch from Bisbano is well high for ball 1. Now that shocks me.
Yeah.
The tying run is 90 feet away. Why are the middle infielders at their normal depth? I can get on board with pitching to the hitter, but that certainly seems like an oversight.
No, you're right. Because you don't have a force at any base.
1-0. And that one's low and away, ball 2.
And you got the cleanup man, Sam York, on deck.
York at times has shown his power here at York Comprehensive. Hit a home run the first time these two teams played way back in May. 2-0 from Bisbano. And there's a foul ball hit hard down the right field line, but out of play. Strike 1. Two-one pitch, and it's upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike. So far in the inning, 2 walks and a sacrifice bunt. Payne threatening to reach with Sam York swinging on the on-deck circle. 3-1, and there's a big hack and a miss to make it 3-2 from Payne. Payoff pitch coming from Bisbano. Here it is. And he gets the swing and a miss on a fastball. That is huge. 2 outs in the 6th. Bisbano comes back and strikes out Payne in a crucial moment.
Third baseman, number 1, Sam York.
Now I can feel a little better about the infield being
back. A little better, yeah.
Like, we don't got to worry. Our pitcher's got this. And we'll see if he's able to carry them through the rest of this inning. 2 gone. The threat is not over yet. Sam York at the plate. Here's the first pitch from Bisbano. And that one nearly sailed over the head of, well, that's Mason Salisbury behind the plate. The Kingsmen have made a defensive change. Christian Burney was the catcher. Mason Salisbury now doing the catching, after Burney hit in the last inning. (1-0) and a foul ball back to the chains to make it 1-1. If the inning were to continue, we would see Keelan Sloan for the 3rd time. Kingsman certainly hoping that the inning ends right here, right now. Nursing a 1-run lead here in the 6th. 1-1 pitch. Bisbano hits the outside corner to make it 1-2. York does a half lap around the hitting circle. Did not like the home plate umpire's judgment on that one.
He's been calling that all night long for both sides. It's rare that I'll defend an umpire, but it is what it is.
Even in the witching hour?
Even in the witching hour.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bisbano with the chance to get out of the jam, but he will take an extra second to recompose himself and asks for a new baseball. I know he had the problem, of course, it's a hot day. It's really not that bad anymore, but the humidity is, of course, a factor. There was a game a few weeks ago he was on the mound, and I think he asked for a new baseball about once every 2 or 3 pitches.
Yeah.
But he's happy with the one he's got now, and he should be, because this is a big spot. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sam York. The righty deals. And that pitch just off the plate. The slider nearly had him. York really thought about that one. Did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stoner on third, Vance on second base. 2 in scoring position for the Stars, down a run. 2-2 from Bisbano. Strikes him out on the outside corner. Aiden Bisbano flexes his muscles and gets the job done. We head to the home half of the 6th. The Kingsmen lead here at York Comprehensive High School on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball, where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
No, they don't show a 39. Welcome back to Game 2 of our doubleheader. Kingsman with a 4-3 lead right now as we try to figure out who that rather imposing large young man is out there on the mound for the Catawba Valley Stars, because we don't show him on our rosters here. But Griffin is on the case, and they don't show it on their website either, do they?
Not that I'm seeing. I'm scrolling the inactive page right now, but that may send us back a couple of years. They actually have two 39s listed. Well, I guess it's the same name, isn't it? D. Rice, but I don't know if he's on the... I've never heard of this man, and we've played these guys for about every other game this season. So...
Yeah, Rise D's, okay. No, I don't know who that is.
Well, and they're showing him as having played on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons in 2017, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that's not him.
Yeah, I think he's moved on now to a career in something else.
So the mystery right-hander throws the first pitch strike to Evan Haverlock.
In the bottom of the 6th.
Should I go ahead and call him Steven Stone?
No, don't do that.
Don't want to root against yourself.
No.
And Haverlock's helmet came off. He was hit by that pitch. And the concern is immediately for the hitter. The home plate umpire having a quick conversation with him to assess if he is all right. I do believe he is. And he jogs down to first base.
And the mystery pitcher is wearing what, 29?
39.
39. No, I don't even have a guess.
Shortstop, number 1, Brady Yarborough.
After the hit by pitch, it'll be Brady Yarborough. Yarborough pops up the bunt, ranging to catch it. Oh, and the throw goes to first, and they have doubled up Evan Haverlock. That's a mistake on the base paths.
Sure is. And that'll make a coach crazy.
Having a chat about it with the first base coach, Sam Blancato. The ball was popped up into the air, and Haverlock, who had taken a couple of steps of a secondary, kind of froze there. And then when the ball was caught, he didn't have enough time to scramble back to first. So 2 outs, and Josh Jackson will hit with the bases empty. Suddenly, the 6th inning is almost over. First pitch to Josh Jackson, takes it on the outside corner, called strike. No balls and 1 strike, 2 outs, 4-3 ball game. The pitch from the right-hander is swung on and missed, quickly 0-2. In the 7th, it'll be Sloan Newkirk and Jordan Tate. Chasing, as of now, a 1-run Kingsman lead. 0-2. And that pitch flies way outside.
Yeah, that's called a wasted pitch. You want to see if you can get him to chase a high fastball. And
I don't know anybody who's going to go after a pitch that far off the plate, though.
Nothing that far out.
Oh, and the 1-2 runs in and hits Jackson.
Well, I don't know who the guy is, but he's certainly not making many friends here. Second hit batter of the inning. And here comes Perry.
I guess the positive note is any scouts who might be in attendance that are currently appalled don't know who it is.
And it could possibly be better that way.
Perry Dyer will hit with a man on first and 2 away in the 6th. Pitch from the righty arm is in the strike zone, outer half, 0-1. Perry Dyer is 1 for 3, a single, a flyout, and a strikeout. Cole Canty is on deck. I'm sure he'd love another time at the plate after striking out his last time. 0-1, the ball is popped up right side foul, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the bottom half of the 6th. Here's the pitch, and a ground ball second base side. Creaky can't quite make the tag, so he'll throw on to first and get Dyer to end the inning. We head to the 7th. The Kingsmen looking to wrap up their Carolina season strong. They need to hold the Stars when we return on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now what can I have for dessert?
Oh, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Into the 7th we go, a very important 7th frame here. Last inning of this 14-inning doubleheader, though I guess it's the 13th, given the 6-inning game one. This one has been much closer, a much better ball game. The Kingsmen, interestingly enough, have scored the same amount of runs, but they've held Catawba Valley, and they lead 4-3 going into inning number 7. Keelan Sloan, Seth Newkirk, and Jordan Tate, 5, 6, 7, due up to face Zane Davis, the right-hander out of the Citadel, who is going to try to come in and get the save. The right-hander looking for save number 3 on the season. And not much wiggle room with it being a one-run game. The right-hander in the windup comes home to Sloan, and Sloan rips a line drive to the batting cages, 0-1. A couple times this season, Bisbano's been the setup man. Zane Davis has closed the door. See if he can do it again. 0-1, slider down the heart of the plate, 0-2. Keelan Sloan is 0 for 1 today, a walk and a strikeout looking. He's got himself down in a hole here. 0-2 pitch from Zane, and a swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout. It's tough to start it any better than that, and Zane Davis has himself the first of 3 outs.
And here comes a man with a pair of strikeouts already on his evening, Seth Newkirk.
Newkirk, a looking strikeout and a swinging strikeout. Certainly a favorable matchup on paper for the Kingsmen defensively. Here's the first pitch from Davis, and it grazes the inside corner, 0-1. The Kingsmen looking for win number 12 here in this season. 0-1 pitch, another swing and a miss, 0-2. Davis, the 0-2 pitch, goes right at him, and the ball's ripped foul down the left field line, and the count remains 0-2. He got 5 pitches into an immaculate inning there.
Yeah, he sure did.
Doesn't quite get the swing and a miss he was looking for, but the pace is right back there from Zane Davis, who throws another 0-2. And it's popped up to shallow center. Josh Jackson, a ways to go, coming in on it and makes the catch on the run. 2 gone. Catawba Valley down to its final out.
The right fielder, number 10, Jordan Tate.
Jordan Tate in the right-handed batter's box could be the final batter of this game. Zane Davis coming in out of the pen has retired his first 2 hitters. A strikeout and a flyout. Here's the first pitch. Outside corner strike on the fastball to Tate. Tate has a sacrifice fly and a walk. Yet to be retired by the Kingsmen. 0-1 pitch. Tate watches it go just downstairs. 1-1 the count. Catawba Valley needing a run to extend this game, hunting a 500 record, and there's a pop-up into center field. This should do it. Josh Jackson ranging back, makes the catch, and the Kingsmen win the ball game. 4-3 the final score. No runs in the 5th inning onwards, and the defensive battle goes the Kingsmen's way. They hold Catawba Valley to 2 hits and just 3 runs. The Kingsmen win 4-3 to wrap up their South Carolina schedule.
All right, well, before I let you go down to do your interview, I want to tell you it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you this season, shortened that it is, but I look forward to seeing you again. And, one of the nice things in having a career that has spanned decades as mine has is I've been on the ground floor of a lot of promising careers with people, and you're one more.
I appreciate
you
that,
have
Stephen.
a great future, and I expect big things out of you, and will be very surprised if you enter politics to divert yourself from that. So
I don't play
that's the assurance I was wanting. Okay. Griffin Leonard is a class act, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. and Mrs. Leonard, you have every reason to be proud of your son. He's just a talented young man, an outstanding young man, God-fearing young man, just the way you raised him, and I see nothing but good things in store for you. So I just want to say that before we went to the break.
I appreciate it. Well, the Kingsmen and the Catawba Valley Stars, 4-3. That will do it for our coverage here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Griffin Leonard and Steven Stone. The Kingsmen get the win to wrap up their North Carolina, South Carolina season. We'll see you in the Dominican Republic. The year ain't over quite yet. I'm Griffin Leonard. He's Steven Stone saying have a good night, enjoy your week, and go Kingsmen.
This has been Kingsman Baseball.
Fly ball center fielder on the run. He can't get to it. That's going to roll to the wall. It'll be extra bases.
Kingsman Baseball has been brought to you by Substation 2, Cherry Road, Rock Hill, across from Winthrop University. Slice, 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 garden, garden, garden. Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. Olive Garden, when you're here, your family. Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Open Happiness. Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right. And by Chick-fil-A, Cherry Road, Rock Hill.
High fly ball, deep left. That thing is smoke. You got to have a passport to catch that.
Join us next time for Kingsman Baseball, here on the Kingsman Baseball Radio Network. Thanks for listening.